knack for doing that too. They turn potential disruptors into, fuel for their own engine. So this ultra bullish scenario, yeah, it's optimistic, but it's not outside the realm of possibility.
Not at all. Not at all. And the thing is, it's not just him, speculating, because he mentioned that he recently invested in Google himself.
Oh, so he's putting his money where his mouth is.
Exactly. He's got skin in the game. Plus, and this is what I found really interesting, he throws in this praise for Waymo.
Waymo? Now remind me.
Google's self-driving car company.
Right. With the little cute cars, right.
Exactly. And here's the thing. He's a self-proclaimed Tesla fan.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Big time.
He's got the hat. He's got the shirt.
He's got the Tesla, probably. So he's clearly got skin in the game when it comes to Tesla.
Right.
But he's still out here acknowledging the potential of Waymo, even suggesting that they might have the technological edge in the self-driving space.
So he's willing to kind of look beyond his own portfolio and say, hey, there's something special happening over there.
Yeah, and that's saying something.
It really is. Because, let's be honest, when someone's willing to praise a competitor, especially when they're heavily invested in that space, it shows a certain level of, objectivity.
It's like they really believe it,
Exactly. And that just adds another layer of kind of weight to his overall analysis.
For sure. Okay, last thing before we move on. I want to touch on his macroeconomic outlook.
Oh.
Because he takes this whole deep dive into the job market, and he specifically focuses on something called, now get this, Jolte's data.
Jolte's data?
I know, I had to look it up too.
Okay.
So, in a nutshell, what is it and why is it important for understanding, where Google might be headed?
Okay, so JOLTS, it stands for Job Openings and Labor Turnover Survey.
Catchy, right?
Super catchy.
Yeah.
But basically, it gives us a sense of how many job openings are out there. It's a really important indicator of the overall health of the job market.
Right, makes sense.
Which, as you can imagine, has ripple effects on everything.
Oh, for sure. The economy, consumer spending.
Everything. And yeah, that includes a company like Google.
So I'm guessing the logic here is more job openings, good for the economy, good for Google.
That's the basic idea, yeah. But this YouTuber, he digs a little deeper.
Okay, how so?
Well, he points out that even though job openings have gone down a bit recently, they're still, historically speaking, quite high.
Okay.
And he sees this as a potential sign of what economists call a soft landing for the economy.
A soft landing, so not a crash.
Exactly. We might just, glide down gently instead of taking a nosedive.
Oh, that's good news. Although I gotta say, I feel like everyone's got a different opinion on the economy these days. It's like, who do you believe?
It's true. It's like
trying to predict the weather,
Oh, tell me about it. Economic forecasting is notoriously difficult.
Right.
There are so many variables, so many moving parts.
You got that right.
Yeah.
There's no shortage of opinions out there.
Everyone's got a prediction, right?
Exactly. But okay, so going back to this YouTuber's analysis, it sounds like what he's doing, it's not so much about saying this is definitely what's going to happen. It's more about laying out the possibilities, connecting the dots.
Exactly. It's about understanding the potential ripple effects, right?
Right. Like how different pieces of the puzzle might fit together. So if we were to sum up this whole deep dive, what are the key takeaways you'd want listeners to kind of walk away with as they're thinking about, maybe adding Google to their portfolio?
Well, I think it's fair to say that this YouTuber, he makes a pretty compelling case for Google as a potentially, magnificent investment. He highlights their diverse business model, their history of innovation.
Which is impressive. You can't deny that.
Absolutely. And let's not forget their ability to, turn potential threats into opportunities. It might just do that with AI. He even sees them, weathering potential economic storms.
So painting a fairly optimistic picture overall. But he also acknowledges that, there are no guarantees.
Exactly. And that's crucial. Past performance, it never guarantees future results. So the million-dollar question for you as an investor is this. Do you believe that Google can continue to innovate? Can they adapt in a world that's constantly changing? Can they stay ahead of the competition, navigate all the regulatory hurdles, and most importantly, can they keep those users coming back for more?
Because if they can't, well, that magnificent potential might not matter much, right?
That's the crux of it.
So much to think about. Well, on that note, I think we've done our due diligence here. Another deep dive in the books.
Another one down.
As always, folks, thanks for tuning in. And remember, the most important investment you can make is in your own knowledge. So keep learning, keep asking the right questions, and keep those investing goals in sight. Until next time.
Happy investing, everyone.